Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Limited Talks here. Today, we're talking about FNAF Freddy and Cawthon and him retiring. Oh, I kind of want to get off my chest that man. I just want to say thank you to Scott, because he was an inspiration to a lot of people, because this man, he did what he wanted to do. Like 7 years ago, Five Nights at Freddy's came out and it blew up on the scene, and now he's retiring because of apparently, I guess, donation backlash, even though I'm pretty sure that's a lot of bullshit. But anyway, whenever I even type in Scott Cawthon, like this is not, I just type in Scott Cawthon, like it's about Scott Cawthon retires, you can see so many articles, right? So many articles saying retires after backlash for GOP donations, retires amid political donations backlash, retires after outcry of atoned donations, retires amid controversy, retires after political donations, retires after facing facing backlash for announced retirement, defense anti-LGBTQ donations, retires. This is Kotaku, because Kotaku has to get their own fucking opinions. But again, it's like, again, he just won't. Again, I don't think people understand the fact that, like, when he retired, so many of them celebrated the fact, like, yeah, Scott Cawthon retired. But it's like, he didn't apologize for what he did. He just said, oh yeah, I'm out of here. Listen, deuces. That's what he did. He pretty much said deuces, and he was done. Like, he was out of here. And I love how so many of them are like, they're celebrating the fact, but also fact is they went after his wife, like his wife and kids. I'm pretty sure. I mean, listen, I'm pretty sure this was gonna happen anyway. He was gonna retire anyway, because he was what? I saw like one thing, he said he was like 43 years old or something like that. So he's getting up there in age, and well, like, you listen, you gotta take care of your kids. You gotta be there for your kids, which he has 6 now, which is insane. But it's just like his wife got threats. And in fact, that just shows you something, that these people do not care who you are. You look at how much money you donate to charity. Like, Scott Cawthon has donated hundreds of thousands of dollars to charity, but guess what? It doesn't matter. It's like same thing with Jack. Whenever, you know, he did his whole charity live stream, stuff like that, he donated so much money to charity, but then he made one joke that they didn't like, and then he was gonna get canceled on Twitter.
When I've messed things up, but it feels like all it takes is one tweet and one joke, and people completely forget about your character and who you are as a person, and everything is taken within isolation. Like,
again, Twitter is not the end all be all. I don't really like Twitter. I hate Twitter for that reason, because they believe the fact that they're always right, even though they're not. Most of the time they're fucking wrong, and it's just crazy, right? And it's just like, how the heck can you really defend the fact that, like, you went after a man's wife and kids because you want to make him say sorry? Oh yeah, I donated, because he donated like 14K to charity or whatever, or to Trump. I was like, I don't care if he donated money, because again, he can do what the heck he wants with his own money. It's his money for a reason. He can donate how much money he wants to. And like, he donated 14K to charity, and so I was like, okay, well, how much money did everyone else donate to Donald Trump? So I went to go look at, so these are the top contributors, federal election data for Donald Trump into the 2020 cycle. So this is how much money people have been pushing out onto Donald Trump. Look at this. Las Vegas Sands, 45 million. Walt Disney, 10.5. Crazy is, people didn't go after Walt Disney for this. They went after Scott Cawthon because they know the fact that, okay, Scott Cawthon is a small indie developer. We can bully him. We can make him say sorry, even though he never did. And it's just crazy of how much it's like how much bigotry is online. And the fact is, we all know the fact that Twitter is two-faced. They don't care for a lot of things, but they will say, like, if you don't align with us, then you're sexist, you're racist, you hate LGBTQ plus people. Even though the fact is, I'm pretty sure Scott Cawthon said, like, listen, I love my fans, and there's a bunch of LGBTQ plus people inside the Finance Face fan base in the community. There are, so it doesn't make any sense. You know, Energy Transfer, 10 million, Uline, 4 million, Corp, 1.5, RDV Corp, 1 million. Like, again, these are some of these are big time, like, you know, big industries and stuff like that. And it's like this, like, Walt Disney's like one of the biggest ones. Like there's like no one's thinking about Walt Disney, even though Walt Disney kind of gets backlash all the time. But again, it doesn't make any sense of why. The thing is of why go after Scott Cawthon? Why go after him? It's because of the fact that they know the fact that they can just bully him off the internet. They know the fact they can probably just do that. And it's just crazy of just like how much like that Twitter doesn't seem to understand, right? Twitter doesn't seem to understand the difference between real life and the fact of like they can just do what the heck they want online, because again, they believe the fact of that I'm behind a screen or behind a computer that I can say what the heck I want. But then when it comes to real life, oh, they're scared. They do not want none of the smoke. They want none of it. Well, I want to read the final announcement letter, like the final like letter saying he is retiring. And this, I'm not gonna lie, this made me tear up they made me tear up a little bit, because I really love Scott Cawthon. Even though some people may not like his work, or people may not, you know, like the Final Fantasy games, like you gotta respect the man for what he has done. Yeah, what respect has done. He has done so much. He's done so much for the community, and has done so much for even charity, just based off that fact. I mean, like he's done a lot. But anyway, I kind of want to get into the letter. Before I say anything else, check out this awesome piece of fan art. Like again, like Final Fantasy has so much fan art, right? The community is strong when it comes to that. Like game theory, man. I want a map pass feeling about the fact that Scott Cawthon is he's officially retiring. Pretty amazing stuff, right? I have boxes and boxes of artwork like this from fans that I've saved over the years. I tried to answer as many letters as I could, and I apologize to anyone that I missed somehow. Someday when I have a bigger living room, maybe I might have a giant collage of all the fan art I collected. Stuff like this has made it worthwhile to me over the last 7 years. I had a blessed, fulfilling, and rich career. I've shown great kindness. I've been shown great kindness, and I've tried to show great kindness in return. I tried to make some good games, let the debate ensue, and I witnessed the creation of possibly the most creative and talented fan base on the planet. But here on the 7th anniversary of the first game's trailer, as I realized that I was in my mid-30s when I created the series, and now I'm approaching my mid-40s, I realized that I missed a lot of things that I got to focus on before Final Fantasy became such a success. I miss making games with my kids, I miss doing it just for fun, and I miss making RPGs even though I stink at it. All this to say that I am retiring. I have been shown tremendous love and support over this last week, a lot of which has come from the LGBTQ community. The kindness shown to me has been surreal. Is it the end of Finance at Freddy's? No. This just means that someone else will eventually be running the show, someone of my choosing, and someone that I trust. We will have to wait and see how it plays out, but an announcement will be made at some point. I have 6 kids now, although one of them is currently the size of a blueberry. Like, think about that. He has 6 kids. That's insane. He's got a lot of money on the house, man. It's crazy. I love them dearly. They are my whole world and my whole universe. I want to focus my attention on them, focus on protecting them, and spend my time making things for them. I only ask that my fan base respect my decision. I will still be around, just not in the capacity that I used to be. What a blessed career I had, what wonderful people I've met, what a tremendous blessing to have been able to know all of you. Thank you so much. See you on the flip side. And it's crazy that this is the final, like, he's saying he's retiring. He's not leaving completely, but he might be taking like a step back. Maybe like he's gonna hand the reins over to someone, but he might be saying like, you could probably do this or whatever. But see, it's just that, man, it's just hard, man. It just really is to see one. Again, was Scott my favorite creator? No, I think he's like my top 5. I really enjoy seeing Scott Cawthon like just doing his work, like, you know, rigging really bad RPGs. Like, we all know these RPGs weren't great or whatever. Like, but he just enjoyed doing it because it's just what his passion was. And then he made Final Fantasy completely above on the scene. And then now to see that he is officially retiring is one of the saddest things I've ever seen, man. It brings a tear to my eye. And of course, you know, everyone has to go over and say, like, you know, political positions don't work that way. And of course, Kotaku was celebrating the fact of, like, you know, like, you can't do these type of things because, again, what do people have against Donald Trump is the fact that, like, oh, he's anti-LGBTQ. Like, he probably isn't. I mean, he probably is, but maybe not. But, like, you can't all Republicans are anti-LGBTQ. they're not all. He doesn't hate all Republicans hate queer people. Like some Republicans and certain Democrats, some Democrats may hate LGBTQ, and some of them like them. Same thing on the Republican side. So same thing for Trump supporters or Biden supporters. It doesn't change the fact that they generalize one group of people to be everything. Like if one person hates it, then all of them hate it. If all of them like something, then all of them like something, right? So it's crazy the fact that, like, you know, so many of these articles suddenly came out and be like, oh, you can't donate to this guy. Even the fact that he's a Christian man, he can do what the heck he wants. He's a free man, but you have to be this way on Twitter. It's insane. And of course, Twitter has done two things, which is I stand by Scott and thank you, Scott Cawthon. I kind of want to go over some of the tweets that has been come out about I stand by Scott, because some of them have been, you know, anti-Scott, because again, people like to tweet it out and then they make their bullshit tweets. I understand people who don't like Scott's political opinions, but you cannot change his mind with doxing or harassing or threats. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Please respect Scott Cawthon and still work for their amazing work. Like, again, you may hate his political opinions. You may not like them, but you cannot then go out again and say, dude, oh, let me go and dox them. Like, what's that show for you? You're pretty much saying that this is that you are the other people that are the problem. You're the main reason why that people are like, okay, listen, you may not like political opinions, and that's why people just don't like Twitter. It's because, yeah, you can have your own political, you have your own opinions. You can be like, oh, I don't like that, but then go ahead and then doxing, harassing, threats. That's not gonna work for people who are even like, you know, anti-Scott. They're like, okay, maybe I don't like Scott, but I don't want to go this far. And of course, like, there's so much, like, there's just so much fan art, right? And it's like there's so much, right? And it's just like, how, and like this is a lot of I stand by Scott. This is just a lot of it, and like, it just goes on, man. Like, that's just a reason, and this is some reason why that, man, it just shows up a lot that, like, this is just how our generation has become, man. Like, where, like, you can't like nobody, you can't do anything about this, and it's just crazy. But see, look at this. This is one thing. This is one thing that I kind of want to talk about, right? Community-led charity drives. He's only like 1.26 million, which is Steel Wool vocally supports LGBTQ+. Hex Brand vocally supports LGBTQ. Karen Sheeran, Indian American feminist entrepreneur. Claudia Augurer, Mexican lesbian artist. Phil Morg, probably gay. I don't know. It's like probably gay. I don't know. But look at this. He's donating 1.2 million to charity, and like the 44K that he donated is like, cancel him now. He needs to be canceled because he donated 44. He made like 1.2. He donated to 1.2 to charity. It doesn't matter. He donated 1.2 million to 1 million to He may have done 1.2 million to charity, but he done 44 to Donald Trump. Nah, he's out. It's just crazy how it is. And of course, the whole thing of like, thank you, Scott. Like, it's just like, man, it's just crazy, man. It just really is. And it's just, it's hard to see like one of your favorite creators kind of go out like this just because of because someone online is like, oh, hey, he donated 44K to Donald Trump. Let's cancel him. It's like, haha, okay. And then it's just like, it's just so weird, the fact that like this is all of this man, just in the span of such a long time. And to see on the flip side, man, it's like, it just goes on, man. And like, there's just so much thank you, Scott. It's just crazy. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be like, man, like, I had all of the, I was thinking, he has all of this, right? In fact, it just refreshed. It just refreshed immediately. Man, it's just like, I just love Scott Cawthon and his work. Like, he's an amazing thing. He's just done so much for the community, man. And so it's like, it's just crazy of the fact of like that he has to retire after one thing that he did. And it's just like, man, I wish that Scott Cawthon would continue on with his work, but he has 6 kids now, man. He just does. He has 6 kids, man. And in fact, it's like, hey, listen, that's a lot of work for a man in his 40s, like in his mid 40s at this point. Scott Cawthon, I wish you the best of luck on your endeavors, and I wish you come back to the Final Phase, you know, series. But I understand where you're going with it. But anyway, that's what we got today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.